full blown Rolex lover boy.
I still am, Wolfie. I still am a
I
full-blown
don't know.
Rolex.
I don't know. Nothing changed. Not
Yeah,
not the same.
well, we'll get into that, and I'm sure I'm trending to a place, well, away from. I'm not trending away from Rolex, but whatever it is, I'm sure you're happy about it. Anyway, welcome to another Friday night watch talk with Bobby Legs and friends. I am joined by my friend Wolfgang. Love it when he's in this part of the world where we can get him on the streams. He always answers the call. Um, and I really appreciate it. Wolfie, how are you today?
Good, good. Thank
The
you.
how is the
Very good.
desert?
It's nice.
Yeah,
Perfect weather.
perfect.
I hope it
Perfect.
stays like that for next week when the guys are coming in, but it looks good so far.
Yeah, yeah, and we'll talk a little bit about that if you like about what's going on next week. Almost a watch gathering part two
Yeah.
in within a couple of weeks, right? Of each other. Hey, what do you have on wrist?
I was wearing the 50 fathoms today.
Beautiful, man. And you could pull that off. What is that, a 45
The 45,
millimeter?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's no problem. I mean, this
Yeah.
one is heavy,
Yeah.
but the kind of the lugs are short. The
Yeah.
strap is it's if you can wear a Submariner, maybe a Sea Dweller, you can
Yeah.
wear this, no
How
problem.
thick is it? Is it pretty thick or?
It is not thin, but it's not super
Okay.
thick.
Yeah.
I don't know the dimensions, but
Is it 300
it's not
meter?
bad. It's 300, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love it. Listen to this. Maybe you can hear it.
Yeah. Oh,
It,
some ratcheting.
it,
Wow. That's
it's
loud.
it's really good.
Good. That's awesome. I love the sound of that. There's not too many things that sound better than that. Hey, you know, look, I mean, we're hoping that Katie will show up. Katie has become quite the watch aficionado. I met her for the second time over at Watch Time this year, second time this year actually, right? And she was making the rounds, trying on watches, and it was good to see. It was actually because it's almost like she's turning into one of us, right? You know?
She's getting there. Yeah, she's the only thing missing really is the constant YouTubing and watching videos and stuff. But she's
Yeah.
even looking at Instagram already, and she's
Yeah.
researching. She got into Ming, found the Ming piece in the
Yeah. Yeah.
magazine. Then she got then she researched it. So she's kind of on the way to becoming a nerd like us. We'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
But that's look, I mean, she's getting interested in like Ming. I mean, that's like okay, so that's not necessarily, I mean, Ming may attract people who are not into watches, but a lot of people who are into watches, right, are attracted to Ming, right? So it's not like your random person. Your random person on the street who only has like maybe one watch and an Apple Watch, they probably don't know about Ming. So that's like very specific. That's like, she's full on watch
She,
collecting.
she kind of probably she's seen so much over. I mean, by my side for
Mhm.
almost collecting now almost 5 years.
Yeah.
She's seen a lot, so she's
Yeah,
probably,
that's true.
she kind of
Hmm.
like with us. Her taste is evolving. She's seen stuff, in the
Yeah.
beginning it was all Rolex,
Yeah.
and now she's, oh, this looks good, the
Yeah, yeah,
Moga
yeah.
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yo, and even with the Ming, she had no idea what Ming was.
Yeah.
All she did was saw a picture in a magazine, in the
Yeah.
Revolution magazine, and then she said, "Oh, this looks good," and goes
Mm,
online, sees the price.
yeah. But I think a lot of us had that first reaction when we saw Ming. I mean, I'll speak for myself. A few years ago when I saw a release for the first time, Ming release for the first time, I was like, wow, that's a really very good looking watch, very nicely designed. Now, I've moved on from it because frankly, what turns me off about the brand is has nothing to do with the aesthetics of the watch itself these days. It's more like the purchasing process
Yeah.
and the rigmarole that you have to go through to get a Ming. Hey, Amin, how are you?
Hey, Rob.
Um,
Hey, Wolfie.
Yeah,
But like she's full on, man. She's full
yeah.
on, a
She's
watch collecting
yeah,
lover girl.
she's
So
definitely deeper in the hole now, than she been 2 years ago. two
yeah, I'm
years
trying.
ago when I was watching Tim Mosso, I already had found you guys, I think, in the
Yeah,
pandemic.
yeah,
It was often like you and your nut jobs, you all are crazy, and all the comments like that all the time. Ah, watch us again, but that's all gone. That's all
yeah, yeah,
gone. It
yeah, yeah,
happened a
yeah,
month.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, look, I mean, we have 54 minutes. Hopefully, she can make an appearance here. For all you guys on the chat who've never met Katie or don't know who she is, she's Wolfgang's wife, and she's awesome. Very, very cool lady, and would be a hit, an immediate
We'll
hit
get
on
her
the
there.
stream.
We'll get her
Yeah,
there one
we'll get
day.
it there. Ahmed, what do you got on wrist, buddy?
Brigade Classic.
Of course.
Brigade
Mm,
Classic.
Yeah, you want to do a little solo layout there with
Sure.
that?
Also,
Oh yeah, so nice.
so good.
thanks.
So
Thanks.
good.
So good. So good, so good. Yeah, I got my Formex. You know,
Nice.
Yeah, that's not so good. But
It
okay.
looks good.
it's it's really a good watch, and I'll be doing a review on it very very soon. So let's zip on through and say hello to the chat, and then we'll get back into talking about some Omega releases because I know Wolfie is likes Omega, and they've had some interesting releases over the last week. And then at a certain point, I'll ask the chat, to give us some questions here or thoughts, or give us ask us for our thoughts on certain things or whatever you want to ask us. It's almost like an ask us anything kind of deal, watch related, that is. Um, let's keep it to watches. Hey, Rick is here. How you doing, Rick? Good to see you. Bill K's here. What's up, Bill K? Peter C. Katie, we're hoping, Peter, we're hoping
We're
that she'll make
pulling
an
for it.
appearance. We're pulling for it. When I set this up, I was pretty confident that we could lure her in.
I thought she
Now,
said yes,
I thought she said yes too.
but it was not a
she
yes.
she
Yeah,
didn't really comment much, we just assumed she didn't
yeah.
say no.
I see.
Oh, okay. I guess it's wishful thinking. Pale Horse is here. How you doing, Pale Horse? Hi, Bobby. Yo, Marceau is here. What's up, Marceau? Wilson, what's going on, sir? Scott, I'm wearing the Pelagos 39. Very, very nice, Scott. Would love to hear your thoughts on it. Hey, Bruno. Good to see you. Big Riss is here. What's up, Big Riss? Ken Spear checking in from Pittsburgh. Mez9 is here. Brownie is here. Happy Friday to you, too. Kevin S. What's up? Neil Ho, my man. Nilo 5280 here. Dan is here, coming out of his cold shower that he takes every evening. Is Dan gonna? Well, we'll talk about Las Vegas shortly.
We don't know
Um,
yet.
we don't know yet. Underachieving watch collector is here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Deech is here. What up, Deech? Wilson, he's wearing the Sea Dweller, Submariner, right, Wolfie? Seafro is greater than a Submariner. KR Joy is here. How are you? Tutor Ranger for Mez 9 tonight. Um, H7 Ken Spear. Zin 857 for Nilo. Great watch. Anonymous Watch Guy is here. How you doing? Did I already say hello to you? All right. I'm saying hello to you again, Anonymous. uh, Big Riss is wearing the OP 39. He loves that watch for sure. Um, Kevin S. Not until Katie's first flip and rebuy is she truly deep in the madness. Hmm.
And rebuy.
Yeah.
I've never rebought anything.
You never rebought anything?
No,
Wow, I could believe that. I believe that.
and I didn't really sell that much either,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't
exactly.
rebought
Yeah.
anything.
I mean, you have to sell it, right, to rebuy it for sure. And you're not much of a seller when it comes to that. Hey, James, good to see you, buddy. Omega Wii Master on tonight. Justin R., what's going on? Coming to us from the realm of toxicity. All right, excellent, excellent. Hey, Wayben's here. How you doing, Wayben? Good to see you. Dominic C is here. Let's see, Navy Blue Monster. How are you? Dib, where are you, my friend? Go eat a snack and then get on here. And Sam is here. Stoa Marine Original on this morning. Good for you. Okay, so let's briefly talk about what's going on in a couple of days. There is another get together from you guys out in the desert of Las Vegas. There's some show going on that it's SEMA, but non-watch related. But some of the guys who are in our group have to go are subbing into that conference, and it's a nice time to get together. You guys are getting together with Karan, right? From he has that About Time channel, and he appears on the
Yeah,
chat here once in a while, and he has got a YouTube channel. So Wolfgang, give us an idea of what's gonna for those in the chat who don't know what a trunk show is. What goes on
it's
trunk shows?
basically like it's a 2 day event, but the main thing happens one afternoon. But most of the brand reps that the Karan store carries, they get there in the morning and they stay for about 6 hours.
Hmm.
They bring some special pieces, usually pieces that usually the store wouldn't carry or stock. So they bring some of the high end or complicated stuff with them.
Yeah,
And last year was great. You can talk to them. Basically it's not too busy. I mean, it was a
yeah,
little crowded at certain times, but you had always access. And then there's a lot of sales people there, and people are buying, and
yeah,
it was a
yeah,
good event.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so we're going to be another a group of, I don't know, 6 to 8 people.
Is that by invitation or is that kind
it's,
of
it's
open?
I mean, you're supposed to RSVP,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still open to the public. I think
Yeah,
this year they're gonna have way more people, so they might have to shut it off at a point and kind of manage the crowd a little. We'll see.
yeah.
But anybody can go there.
Hey, Big Risk, he's going to be there. He's got
Yeah, he's local.
Karan. He's got a few pieces. I don't know if you've
Oh,
met
two
Big Risk before
pieces. That
personally,
sounds promising.
but yeah,
I
definitely.
wanna I wanna be there when it
Yeah,
happens.
definitely. Well, you can't miss Wolfie. Wolfie's like 7 feet tall,
No,
and
but I'm bold. I kind of stick out.
yeah, he's tall. He's like 6'9". Okay, he's like 6'2", 6'3", but he's tall. He's he's definitely taller than me. Definitely taller than Ahmed. So it's kind of hard to miss. And that awesome Austrian accent. You'll hear him. Meet up with him. Show him what you got, Big Rest. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Um, well, I mean that's that. Well,
Oh,
okay, so Big Risk is six
oh
sixty
boy.
50.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He's got you.
Wolfie's gonna look for you,
I
Big
Yeah.
look
Risk.
like I look like this.
Okay, okay, all right, okay, fair
Nice.
enough. Okay, and, and he's bald too. Okay, so look for the guy who looks like Wolfie's big brother. Okay,
Yeah.
that's basically what it comes down to.
He'll
Wolfie,
do the diet
when
and
you
the plates.
Wolfie, when you were bodybuilding, back in the day, like what was the heaviest you got?
118 kilos.
Oh,
So
dude, I gotta know the math on that. Is that
100 is
like
25. So let's add another 40 pounds to
260.
65. Yeah,
260.
to 60 to 65. Yeah.
whoa, you that's big,
He
man.
was a big boy.
Yeah, it was
And
big.
like what and
Like,
like
a lot was in the head. So I was holding so much water with
so
all the
water
stuff
weight.
I was eating.
So 260 and what was your body fat percentage at that
I
time?
I don't know, but when I did a show, I did one competition. It went all the way from 260 under 225. So I was competing around
Yeah.
10 to 15. So that was a lot of water, a lot of water, not that much fat, but
Oh
you hold
man,
a lot of water.
you must have been you must have been ripped, dude. Big
Yeah,
Riz
I
is
think
my
so,
best was at 250 and 10%. But Jesus
yeah, yeah.
Christ, man,
That's
you
big.
guys are men.
It's
Like like I can
big
never do
boys.
that. I can never do that. Like in my mind, I'm like I'm gonna do that. I can never do that.
Yeah.
I
Well,
can
I
never
mean,
do that.
he's so tall
Yeah, he could do
that
that.
even when he's gonna when he's losing fat and water, and when he's ripping up, he's still gonna be heavy.
Yeah,
At
yeah, yeah, yeah.
6'6", it's like, I mean, there's a pro bodybuilder now. I think he's in that height, maybe yeah, about that, and he's probably competing close to 300, competing close to 300
Jesus.
pounds because the frame, you need to,
Oh, that's incredible. I mean, like 250 pounds of chicken. That's what Justin says right here. Whole
yeah,
chicken, whole chicken. Um,
a lot of chicken involved. Yeah,
yeah. So Big Risk is almost 60, and too many
yeah,
injuries today. Yeah, I guess that happens. That happens, and when you're competing in any
yeah.
kind of sport like that. But man, I was the heaviest I got was like 205, and that was like my last year of college, and I was drinking beer. You know what I mean? And just eating crap. And I just like I had like a face like a you ever see those the male orangutans? I think they had like their faces like that's what I look like. I look like a male orangutan.
It
Yeah.
wasn't that bad. If you
I
only
was
up
like red
went
and
up
orange
to
like that.
5, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
You're not that short.
Uh Dib is saying the number of chickens who laid down their lives to feed him was such a guy.
Hundreds, if not thousands.
Thousands, man. Thousands, dude. There's
For
three
sure,
chicken. How
thousands.
many years of three chicken Wednesday did he do?
I don't know. That wasn't that long, but probably could have been a year. So there was 3 chicken Wednesday, 3 chicken Saturday. So that's.
Whoa,
But then
it's
all
for
the chicken
real.
breasts and all the stuff. But
Deej is I'm bad. That's hey, but
well,
you're
he's
you know you're
yeah,
losing weight, Deej.
yeah,
You
he's
Yep,
on the
the
way.
walking is helping and the eating is you're on the right track.
no
Um,
doubt.
Detroit Sun says Wilson was born 260.
So rude.
Well, supposedly I'm gonna meet Wilson, soon. So we'll see if that's all true that he's so fat and heavy. What he always
Yeah,
says.
I think
But,
he's full of it. I think he's
yeah,
full of it. If
Yep.
anybody saw my drawing, you know that Wilson's a good-looking guy.
yeah,
Uh, Big risk. I was in the Air Force and got them to pay for my 5,000 calorie diet.
Mm.
yeah. If it was fairly lean, 5,000, that's a lot of food.
Yeah, yeah. I only got it to 180 in my heavy drinking days and was only eating my chickens fried with a side steak. I kind of like how we're getting sidetracked in here with this. This is awesome. Many top bodybuilders are dropping dead. So
Mm.
sad. Yeah, if you guys have died recently, right, in the last couple of years, wrestlers bulk up on sushi. Um, Wolfgang, I'm shaped like a snowman.
Mm.
Good stuff. Good stuff. What was like what was the heaviest you've ever? I mean, we
Two
don't have to talk about it, but I mean,
259.
259. Yeah.
But Amin is tall.
Yeah, Amin's tall
I'm
though.
just like
Amin is
six
tall.
six six even, and
Yeah.
259. I had like very little muscle, so I was
Yeah.
269, but with very little
Yeah.
muscle.
Yeah.
I was
Ooh,
surprised at how tall he
Canadian
was.
Watch Monkey. In my prime, I was 185 and could bench 415.
Wow,
Oh, wow.
If that's true, he's
that's
tall.
impressive.
That's a flex, man. That's
That's a
415. Like
flex.
that's twice your body weight and
Yeah,
more. That's impressive, man.
yeah.
That's
Yep.
impressive. Um,
But he might be lying.
Amin was so much taller than I expected.
Oh,
Rick
Yeah,
is saying,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. He kind of looks not as tall on camera. I don't know why.
mm.
Speaking of tall guys,
Um,
Tip
hey,
is also tall personality, but he's not as tall.
I'm
yeah,
5'9.5", so that is tall by Indian standards.
Yeah,
Not
yeah. No, you're like a giant.
and very
Uh,
handsome. Tip is very handsome, but
very handsome,
Amin is
I
a little taller.
don't know about that. You know,
very
uh,
handsome. Can
it,
can
it,
have a conversation
Well,
with any watchmaker.
only
I've
one
seen the
of us
pictures.
had a T-shirt made of himself, so that
If you're
tells it all.
standing next to somebody who's wearing a T-shirt with your face on it, it automatically makes you look more handsome and stylish,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
you almost have like a hype man next to you,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and especially when the hype man is a tall, handsome guy like Wolfie, it's it makes you look like a rock star.
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Let me Let me see here.
A lot of people
Even
were.
though Wolfie has some ugly watches.
So this is
I
this is
don't.
a picture of Dib and Wolfie, and
Yep.
if you can make it out, Wolfie is wearing a shirt with Dib's face on it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I showed my wife this. She had a good laugh.
yeah.
She
It's
thought
the
that was
best.
yeah,
It's the
yeah,
best.
yeah. She didn't want to hear any stories about that day or what day but she just was like that's hilarious. Um, okay, so uh, Wolfgang, um, looking forward to your reporting back next week.
Will do.
Probably
On
Tuesday will
Friday.
probably be too early for it because you'll be just meeting everybody there. But maybe next Friday
Friday
and
we'll get the full rundown.
full rundown, the list
Hopefully,
of
all the
purchases.
new
Hopefully,
features.
Big Riss will
Yeah,
tell us what he
yeah,
picked up,
yeah.
and you guys get to meet him.
I'll take a picture with big wrist if he lets me.
Yeah, yeah.
A giant, then a middle-sized giant, me, and then we'll see if Wilson agrees to be on the picture as the third bald guy.
Dude, dude,
We'll
I
see.
I would pay good money if you guys could get all together
Yeah.
in the picture. That'd
I'll
be
try.
awesome.
I'll try, but
Uh,
Wilson will see if he allows us to publish it on the stream.
okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, Thomas Burnett, what's up? How you doing, sir? Rick is saying Janet thought you were charming, Deb. I corrected her.
That's a good
uh,
one.
Kevin is saying the Dib was killing it in New York City subway. All the cute Indian girls couldn't resist. Okay.
Yeah, I was there.
I'm not buying anything, I hope. Right, right, right.
Mm.
Only if the
Well,
price is right, you know.
right. Will it fit in the frame? Well, I mean, I'm sure, we get a nice wide angle lens and you guys
No
can fit
problem.
it.
Yeah, I mean, iPhone camera should be good enough to fit a
Yeah.
few giants in,
Yeah.
No
I
problem.
think.
Uh, Wilson has a paper bag ready for all his pictures. He's gonna put a paper bag so,
Where
Wilson's
are you going
shy.
to put the paper bag?
Over his head. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he's shy.
Yeah.
Shy
He's
Wilson.
gonna hide. He's gonna hide.
All right, so guys, let's talk some watch releases. I'm gonna skip over. There's really nothing. I mean, we can probably bash this, right? I mean, like there's only one reason why this was made, and it was to bash it. Don't you agree? I mean, Louis Erard going with a Halloween themed. You had the Pac-Man. It looks like the Pac-Man ghost on the small seconds. Um,
That's like the sad version of Casper.
yeah, 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 for sure.
I don't
Um,
wish ill on any company, but this seems like the last gasp. Like this is like the pre-bankruptcy watch. Like the last thing to try. It's
yeah,
horrible, right?
yeah,
Like we
yeah,
tried the collaborations with, you know, um, famous
Everybody.
watchmakers, everybody, and it failed. So here's our going out of business gag.
I like.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I think I hear you. I enjoyed those Alon Silverstein
Yeah,
collaborations, right? They're pretty good.
I
Joe picked up the first go around, and I got to review it. I loved that watch.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I like the Vianney Halter collaboration too, and I like the Erard collaboration. So I'm not hating on those at all, but I'm just saying this particular watch looks horrendous, and
Yeah,
the gag, like replacing your own name with horror, right? It's almost like mm,
No,
it's kind of the worst.
it's a bit cringy.
Yeah. Rick says it looks like something Moser would do, and I think someone earlier today pointed out that it was the same person they collaborated with this on this watch
hmm
as Moser did with on the eraser thing. Yeah, this is horrible.
yeah. Brownie agrees with you. Kevin S. Let's give it a shot and then file for Chapter 11 papers. In all seriousness, this though, if they do go bankrupt, I mean, if we buy the assets, if we pull it together, maybe we can resurrect the brand in a few years. I don't know. I don't know.
Mm.
Just a thought. No? Okay. Uh, seems like somebody lost a bet at Louis Erard. Yeah, yeah. The name font is stolen from Rocky Horror Picture Show, right? Right? It totally
Looks like it.
it looks exactly like it. Let me get it back up here. Let's see if I can get a better pick if that's even a thing. Um, yeah, for sure. Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So bad.
Sorry, Louis Gerard. Um,
I honestly, it just looks like a watch from Amazon. Like the $55 special on Prime
mhm,
Day.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Moving
as long as
along.
we're at it,
Yeah,
I'll throw up this watch.
you got it.
So this is the Haraj Lensman Tourbillon. Haraj, I guess, is one of a couple brands to be doing attainable priced Swiss tourbillons, under
Hmm.
under 10 grand. And I just think it's so boring. Like they they did a nice tourbillon for under 10 grand, but like it's such a generic looking watch. What do you
Honestly,
guys think?
if I didn't know that that was the Horaj brand,
Yeah.
if you just shown it to me in passing, I would have thought
Yeah.
it was something which Suggest came out of.
Suggest. Yeah. Yeah.
Suggest.
Yeah. Or Suggest. Yeah. Yeah. It's very generic, right?
Very generic. Yeah. Marcus G, thank you for the super chat. Everyone chip in some cash. Group a watch brand. So Marcus throwing his hat in the ring to buy a Louis
To
Gerard.
buy Louis Erard.
Yeah, yeah.
This watch just exists for the sake of existing. It doesn't have any other purpose other than for the bean counters to do a tick mark. Hey, we made a tourbillon. You know, that's about it. I mean, is there anything special about it? No.
I mean, they had this project to make a inexpensive Swiss tourbillon, and then I guess this is their second effort, but it's just they need something to distinguish it. Big Risk wants us to talk about the Omega chiming chronograph.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
We'll get to
Let's.
that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna work backwards here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take the screen real quick.
Okay. Sure.
And we'll stick with Omega, but we're just going to work backwards and
Yeah.
go with the DeVille that came out, was it a couple days ago? And interesting, right? I've never been a huge fan of the DeVille line, and I'm still not sure if I am. Wolfie, you didn't really care for this, did you?
No, this is a total misfire from Omega.
It, it has too much going on in that dial, which I don't like anything there. Like you have
Totally
the
boring.
reserve, then you have the date, while you have the 6 o'clock numeral, then you have the dots. Like it's all over the place.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm not I don't have like a visceral reaction towards it. I just don't like it. I'm not angry about it. I just don't really care for it or the line.
How thick is it? Because the 8800 is a chunky boy and the
I mean,
diver.
this is nice. This is an older one, I would imagine, right?
No, that's
Um,
8802. So no, that's the new one.
oh, that's a new one. Okay, okay. Um, not bad. Let's see here. If it has thickness in the.
Because the older one with the 2500D movement, that was pretty thin. But
Yeah,
that was based on an ETA with a George Daniels, the what's it called, the Escapement? No, what's
They
his thing?
said they said they made them slimmer, but they didn't give a thickness.
yeah. Nothing here on monochrome.
Yeah, I don't understand that release at all. I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of cheap. It's like almost like the entry level, but I mean, it's so boring looking. What are they thinking? This is not gonna sell. What? Why? What's that gonna do? It's gonna destroy the Deville line even more if that's even possible. I don't understand.
Hey, Beans is here. How you doing, Beans? He says the Hour Vision is an interesting DeVille. These are hard on the eyes.
Yeah, they need to bring back the Hour Vision. That was a great piece, but lately boring.
Hmm. Hmm. Lacks
Yeah.
definition.
These
Um,
look super boring and dated,
yeah.
like they're 25-year-old
I,
design.
I
I
think I think that's why I have a hard time coming around on a DeVille. I feel, and that's probably why that I do feel like they're dated a little bit. They feel dated. Even
All right.
even the previous versions to me felt a little dated.
Quick question: would you
Yeah,
give this to your dad?
I feel like I'm just a trick
No,
question.
I would not.
No, I wouldn't give this to anybody except as a joke.
Okay.
I
Wow.
would not give this to my dad.
I guess they wanted to update the previous models, but it's kind of meh at the best. Dib, would you give this to your dad?
No. I mean, look at it. It's a disaster.
Okay, fair enough, man. Fair
But
enough.
you never know. You never know. Like,
Okay.
if you're drunk enough.
Using up excess movements? Yeah, we've heard that happen before, right?
Yeah.
It's a baffling release. It makes no sense. Everything is uninspired. The case, the dials, the colors, everything makes no sense.
Beans would give it to his dad because I don't like my dad. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. All right. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Um, other Omega release here. The Chrono Chime. What's going on here, guys? This is I
That's
mean,
that's a cheaper one.
that's
That's
the
the
cheaper
cheaper
one.
one.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna scroll through all the pictures. Um, Still have the cheaper one, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
I think that article is just the cheaper one. Oh, there's the other one.
Yep, this is the other one right here. This is the one.
Yeah.
You love this, don't you, Wolfie?
Well, I I think it's nice, good looking. It's impressive, but it's not. I mean, even if it was 80% off, I wouldn't buy it for
Is that
myself.
like an aventurine dial there? Is that
Yeah,
what's going on?
yeah,
Yeah. I think it's for a serious, very, very serious Omega
yeah,
collector, if I'm being right. I mean, the price point it's at,
Mm.
it has to compete with so many. I
yeah,
mean, you have highest end Langas, highest end GLCs, FP Zone, Gronafel. Like you're competing with everything.
yeah,
So for somebody to buy this over those watches, like they have to be, yes. I mean, it's an impressive bit of kit. I mean, it's a 2-day force. I mean, come on, like just look at it. But you need to be in real love with Omega to get something like this.
yeah.
Yeah. This is like a Monaco watch, right? Like, you're going to Monaco and you're walking down the street and you're wearing like white linen shirt and
I
pants and
honestly think
sandals.
I honestly think the only watch in Monaco should be a RM. That's it. Like if you're rich enough to walk in Monaco, from your
Yeah, but there's some old money in there that wouldn't be caught dead wearing Richard Mille though. There might be some young people there, but you'll see more classy stuff. I think. Have you been to Monaco, Dib?
only in my dreams, but
Yeah.
yeah, with several beautiful actresses. But let's just leave that for now. You know.
Well, I have a couple times. That's right. Had a $28 latte.
Wow.
Thomas Burnett, 450,000 Swiss francs. Jesus,
That's without tax. So we're
that's without
talking
tax.
500, 500.
So let me get this straight. You went to the Côte d'Azur, you went to the French Riviera, and all you remember is a $28 latte. That's it.
Well, no, no. Well, look, I mean, it was a good day, man. Me and Mrs. Legs. Well, were we married? No, we weren't married. We went to the casino, and we were playing video poker, and we hit a royal flush, with a €1 bet though. I mean, but it was still we ended up winning like 350 or 400 euros. So we celebrated, right? I mean that's good, right? So we celebrated. We went to a little cafe and like they had a coffee. I think the coffee, the latte was 28 bucks. And then Dibjoti, that night after dinner, walking on the street, ran into, you know who we ran into?
Some random stripper, probably.
Meryl Streep.
No, Ringo Starr, bro. Ringo Starr.
All right, I need to Google who that is.
Yeah, and it's and you may see he was the captain of the Shiny Town Time Station
Oh, sorry.
on PBS.
I have listened to the Beatles, but
Yeah.
I don't, I don't know them as much.
Marcus G again with a super chat. Jeez, Marcus, you'd have to love Omega as much as Deb loves Christopher Ward. Paddock and Monaco, sure. Yeah, Paddock's of course. Can I get 20% off on it? James is saying, I don't think these monos even make it to the free catalogs, into the free catalogs we get as consolation prize at the AD. Yacht in Monaco. Yeah, the yachts are sick, man. Oof. Wolfie, have you ever, you've been to Monaco, right? You've had to have.
Nope, never been there.
No?
No. I heard
Really?
heard about it. You know how expensive it is, and
Yeah, it's ridiculously
like
expensive.
absolute top of the line. Richest
Yeah,
of
we hit a Royal Flush, Wilson. We went to the casino with just €20. That was our plan to play, and we obviously planned to lose it all. And we hit it on in a video poker. It was awesome. Dib's a legend. Pete, what's up, Pete? Bobby's right. Yes, thank you, Pete. Old watch money, money watch, nothing prove giving 0 Fs. Central Pay.
Yep.
Wolfgang owns Monaco. I thought Wolfie owns Monaco.
Ooh.
Why would anyone want to go to Monaco? Just go to the beach down the street. Nice. We've been to Nice a couple times, and that's not too far away. Like Nice, been to Saint Tropez, been to San Rafael. French Riviera is beautiful. I get it now. When I went there, it was like, oh, this is what everybody's talking about. It's pretty cool. Anyway, Bongo Nutty. I feel like I've been there after playing all those FW1 sims. Right. Nice is nice. Menton is much cheaper. Yeah. Okay. Now that we've had our geography lesson, anything else, guys? 'Cause, I mean, Wolfie, do you want to talk about this Habring?
I don't need to. I like it, but it's like
Yeah.
a very 25 pieces or whatever it was. It looks good.
Yeah. I like when Habring does these collabs, right? Is this a collab, right? Is it?
Yeah, well,
Yeah. I
says
feel like
school.
it gets jazzed up a little bit. I find their overall design language kind of boring, even though I love the company and love everything about them.
Rick says site work, so I don't know if you guys want to talk about it again a little.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, we can talk site work. Maybe just very little though.
I love it.
You love it, Dib? Do you love it?
I don't aspire for so high of a watch, but yes, as a technological marvel, yeah, I mean it's impressive. Can be 40 millimeter, but again, like I always advocate for smaller watches, you know that. But I don't think it's possible to do it.
Yeah.
Jersey, okay.
Yep, Jersey Shore. Yeah, Belmar, New Jersey. Slightly more classier than Monaco. Love me some Zeitwerk. Big upgrade on the Zeitwerk. I love the Zeitwerk. Next topic, Marcus G. Moving us along. Amin, what are you shopping for right now?
I was actually just looking at these watches you're talking about, the Omega minute repeater, the
Yeah.
Zeitwerk, trying to, just just looking at them, seeing if any ideas come to mind. I love the Omega, just that they went all out. You know, anytime a brand makes an absolutely bananas watch and goes all out, I like to see it. You know, see what they can do. And when somebody says like, "Oh, you could get a, 450,000, you could get a whatever," like I remember Marcus said you could get a Jordan minute repeater or whatever. I don't really have a framework to say why X brand's famous watch should cost more than this Omega. You know what I mean? It looks like they went all out, right? And in that stratosphere, it's just kind of like the price. I can't really wrap my head around a price, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
I totally agree. I mean, I know nothing really except that I heard that atelier that does these Omega pieces
yeah.
is as good as anything else in the watch world.
When I look at it, I mean, it looks freaking incredible. Like in
Yeah,
all the pictures. I'm not a
the
chronograph guy or
yeah,
speedmaster guy, but every detail looks amazing. And whether a chiming chronograph should cost as much as a time chiming watch, like I have no idea. My knowledge of watchmaking doesn't extend that far.
I think, us, like many people complained about the price. I think
Mm.
price is relative at that point.
Yeah.
They,
The even more idiotic thing is the people complaining about the weight. I mean, I'm sorry. I just think you're an idiot if you're complaining about the weight of that watch, right? Like
yeah, yes.
the movement's like 100 grams of gold or whatever. Like the watch is freaking heavy. Like it's not, you know what I mean? Like you're not supposed to really be thinking about how wearable that watch is. Like shut the F up,
It's a
you know?
statement piece. It's
Yeah.
a statement piece.
Yeah.
They went all out with the
Yeah.
watch. Put the utmost care and attention, to the details. So, the only thing is like I think as a whole, the watch is excellent,
Mm.
but it's just that it has to compete with so many things that's where people are like, why is it worth 450,000 Swiss francs? I think that's where the question
Yeah.
comes in.
Why are any of those watches worth
Yeah.
450,000 Swiss francs? The Zeitwerk, I like it a lot. Like Dib, I don't aspire to get one, but it's a very cool watch, and sounds like they made some significant improvements to it. I was just trying to read what those were. I mean, does anybody have a way to
double
summarize
power
that?
reserve.
Yeah, double the power reserved, and then do they
Yeah.
make it? People say you have to service those things pretty often. Is that?
I think they worked on some of the problems on the previous model.
Mm,
The seconds ring is a little taller, so the dimensions changed just a
mm,
tiny little bit.
yeah.
I watched the video of the guy that did the design chief from Lange.
Mm, yeah.
He explained that they did some technical improvements too, which were above my pay grade.
Mm-mm.
So it is an upgrade for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks
I know
amazing.
it's priced a little, but doesn't really make a difference if you pay 80 or 90 at that point. Who cares?
Plus quick set, as Rick points out.
Hmm.
This is a good question. Wolfie, what is the update on the Paddock
I
61
uh, I
19G?
got, I got to see it in New York as a display model. Seems like Patek is having a few of the display models now. I did like it a lot, but I did not like it enough to for the 27,500 euros. So I canceled the order.
Oh wow. Okay. Um, let's see here. Justin, talk about Cho's new wonder. Okay. So let's take a look at Instagram and see. Joe has posted his Philippe Petrulik, a watch that he worked with Philippe on creating. Joe is a mastermind at what he wants in a watch, and he relays it perfectly to the watchmakers. I've seen this a few times already, one with Kadoki and now with Philippe Petulek. And look at this work. I mean, it is just gorgeous, right, guys? I mean,
Yeah, he gets these watchmakers to do things they've never done
hmm
before.
hmm
and he loves these Pittsburgh Steelers kind of color scheme.
Yeah,
It's wall to wall, hand engraved,
yeah,
skeletonized, a million sharp interior angles,
yep,
f-
yeah,
fat anglage.
yeah,
It's beautiful.
yep.
I
And
think
it was a pretty quick turnaround. Not so quick turnarounds anymore though with Philippe, right? Now you're
Yeah,
waiting a couple
yeah.
years.
He got in early.
I
Um,
think it's a beautiful watch, but someone like me, I wouldn't buy it just because I can't see it. And nothing
mhm,
against the watch, it's so beautiful, but most of my watches, that the ones I have and the ones I wear, legibility is one of my
yeah,
big things
yeah.
for, like I need to see the time, and
Oh
that
yeah,
four eyes, nah, that's not
yeah,
happening.
yeah.
Hmm.
No, I hear you. I hear it for sure. Yeah. I mean, I think like a watch like that, um, like one watch like that is fine for me in a collection, right? But I'm with you. Everything else, I really need to really need to see. Even though most of the time I don't even use my watches to tell time, but I just like looking at them, right? And for me, like one of those kind of watches in the collection is fine. The rest, I need to read. I need to read.
It's mostly a function over form for me. Like, I take the same approach to cars. I mean, I like ugly cars, but they are freaking fast. So I
Yeah.
don't need them to be, beautiful. You can have one, which is utterly beautiful. The rest, they're just, tools.
Thomas jumping in here. This chrono chime has a Sedna gold case and movement. The dial is taken from the CK2998, which is my favorite Speedmaster. It's a fascinating yet bizarre watch, a true flex from the brand. Thank you, Thomas. Um,
And they skimped on nothing. I mean, they did a Grenfo enamel. They did engine turn guilloche. They finished every part to a high standard. Um,
Big question is, does it hack?
right? Does it hack?
That's-
Kevin is saying, looking at some classic watches from high horology brands, but decided to buy a robot watch instead. Oh
let's save
man.
that one for when I get it. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
should be here. Who knows? Shipping from Asia, how they'll even ship it.
yeah,
Hopefully,
yeah,
pretty quick.
yeah. Brownie, appreciated the update from Wolfie. What time is it? Who cares? It's beautiful. I agree. I
Dib,
agree.
you're looking at a Breguet with a time display that's like a centimeter in size.
But here's the thing. So when I saw it in the Breguet boutique, like I wore the watch and I just like looked at it like this. I
Yep.
instantly saw the time.
Yeah, yeah. It
It
is
was really
actually
like
incredibly readable. I gotta
it's
agree with
incredibly
that.
readable. Like
Yeah,
like it like in pictures you would feel that I can't read it,
it's
but
true.
in
Y-
real life
You're
it's
right.
just the opposite.
Yeah, it's very easy to read.
Hey, Jason, Design Atelier, greetings from Aruba. Cho's watch is a beauty. Cho is always in early. He scouts them out of watchmaking school like D1 athletes. Yeah.
You guys got me looking a little bit more at Ming, Dib,
Mm,
Katie.
mm. Katie's an influencer.
Yeah, Katie's
Mhm.
an influencer. Katie got me looking a little more at Ming.
I
Uh,
love names.
and Dib's positive words about Ming got me looking a little more at Ming. I think I don't give Ming
For the price point,
enough
they
of a
make a
look.
very competent product. I mean, I'm not going to say it's like it's $1 million or it's the best watch in the world. But overall, for the price I paid for the 1709 that I got, it's very good.
What's the target price for that copper dial Ming, Dib?
Copper dial Ming, it's been discontinued. They were going for mid fours
Yeah,
2 months ago. Let me see.
there's one on eBay right now for 4150
Yes, so
before coupon.
the price has come down a little bit, so
Yeah,
definitely that helps.
Dib, what 4150? How many sombreros would you give that?
Still three. I mean, I've seen it as low as 33, but that was like dealers trying to move their stock.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Today I saw an auction where a third generation overseas black dial papers dated 2020 went for 19,300. So definitely the, and one of my good friends picked it up. I think that was a very good price. I think it's under retail, which you don't
Hmm.
get nowadays. So
So I mean, I think with Ming, I mean, there's now enough has hit on the secondary that you can pick some up and cherry pick some good deals for sure, right? Look, I mean, I know there's certain brands that are discontinued or were limited, and it's going to be different price and popularity and whatnot. But I mean, like a couple years ago, you couldn't get your hands on one unless you got lucky with ordering, right? And now Federico had a bunch on his site,
all
you
right.
know.
So the copper main,
Mm.
Amin, I think you might be looking at the listing from Belmont Watches.
Yeah,
He has it listed for 3950 on his website.
I was just noticing that. Yep.
It hasn't sold in at least 4 months.
Mm.
Make an offer.
Yeah. I was just wondering. I'm.
Now, I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
watch dealers are hurting a bit. That there's, I
Hmm.
mean, you can't deny that.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Lord Lofi with a question. Does Ahmed still refuse to pay more than, I think 20K was the number for him on a watch?
Um. I mean, I think the last time I talked to Kai, it was much lower than that. Now I've come close to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys collect affordable watches? Of course. I
yeah.
mean, I got some Seikos, I got some G-Shocks. I mean, would you consider a Formex affordable? I guess it
Um,
depends, relatively, you
that,
know.
that just makes me sad.
What's that?
The Formax, DHL screwed up my delivery.
Yeah.
I think my
So,
watch is lost.
but I mean, Dib is a
Mm.
huge Seiko guy.
I like
Um,
Seiko. Like I bought so many. I think probably 200, maybe I don't know. Over the last 3 years. Not now. I flip out of watches very fast. So
yeah,
definitely that's a con. But uh, G-Shock's not a big fan. I am Chaz, one of my good friends. He gifted me two. I wear those, but Christopher Ward, cheaper brand.
yeah,
Zelos. I've always wanted to buy a Zelos, but never had the inclination to get one. Like
yeah. Kevin, I think Kevin answers this, pretty much dead on. Most of us collect all over the spectrum. Kevin S is a huge Sega fanboy. Um, Wolfie, I mean, like, Wolfie's had some. You've had a G-Shock. You've had some Seiko, right? I mean, w-
Yeah, the cheapest thing I bought this was $200.
yeah,
No, I think it was $100. Yeah, 100. G-Shock
yeah,
$100. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, my G-Shocks run from like 400. I mean, not. I mean, sorry, $40 to. I've bought the titanium. For Mrs. Legs has my titanium that she took from me, and that was pushing 1,000. Even though that was listed for higher, but I mean, I got it, discount on it. So, um, I enjoy buying affordable watches and wearing them as much as I enjoy buying non-affordable watches. Um, does Longines and Zen count as affordable? Well,
I don't know where affordable ends. Yeah,
It's
that's
all relative. Yeah.
yeah, it's all relative, right?
it all depends on the collector, right?
Yeah,
I might say $1,000 watch is affordable. Sometimes somebody might say no, it isn't. So
yeah,
definitely, but Longines and Zen, brand new and used prices, they're very good.
hmm,
They're actually excellent. And if you just want to play around with just Zen and Longines, you don't have to even go out. Like, they have so many watches in their
absolutely.
category: divers, tactical
Hmm.
watches, chronographs, vintage watches, heritage watches. You
Yep,
name it, they have them.
yeah. Agreed. Yeah, well said. Well said, Deb.
You could build a. I mean, I don't know much about Sin, but you could build a Longines collection out of this world
Yeah.
Yeah,
in years.
yeah.
But
I've seen a few Zen collectors who just buy Zen,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
many watches which are, and they're rock solid. They use reliable third party movements. They don't
Yeah.
have anything which they own.
Great tech.
Um, Great tech. They're regulated to, within very acceptable numbers. My Zens have always run like +5, +6, +7 a day
Mm,
whenever I bought one.
yeah. Wilson loves me long jeans. I
I'd choose a Zen over a Longines, but that's just me.
think it depends. I mean, like, um, so I was much more into Zin earlier on in my collecting. I still like the brand, but I moved away from their typical uh, pilot style watches, and now I find the EZMs more attractive, right? They're slightly different. Um, so yeah, 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 but and then with the heritage line for the Longines, they're so good looking, um, and then you have the Zulu timer. I don't know. I mean, I think you could have both. I think you could collect both, and
I think the heritage line is too good looking. It's
yeah,
it's like when you're trying to date a supermodel, you're like, am I worthy? Like why should I be? I think that's where the heritage line is.
yeah. But you have a great personality too, though, Dip. You know what I mean? You gotta remember that.
Hey, I don't attract the honeys. Let's just
Yeah.
keep it that way.
You
I
just
just,
you
I
ask
just,
them.
I just attract detritus. That's all.
put
Okay.
on a sector dial Longines next time you're going out and see what happens. The
Just
honey.
put yeah, just put on a sector dial, ask questions about them, let them talk, and you're in, dude.
Move him in, casually during the conversation a few times.
Yeah.
Look like a Patek. Awesome.
Yeah. Mez9 agrees with me with Ian, the EZM line. Thank you, Mez9. Thomas is saying Zinza are awesome. I really like the 105 UTC at the moment. The U1 SE is really nice. Blackout watch too. Dib is worthy. I think so too. I think he is. Easy on the line is awesome. Just so many choices. Dib is taken. It seems so many in the watch world look down on Timex. In the past, I understood they could not be repaired, but some of the newer watches are automatic with Mi Oda movements. Yeah, I mean, I when I was a little kid, I had Timex. Timex, I respect Timex. I don't really look down on them at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything to look down upon. I mean, they
Yeah.
make solid watches at a price point.
Hmm.
Personally, I've moved on from a Timex. I don't
Yeah.
buy them, but I mean, they're very good. And I won't use the word starter watches. It's a good watch if you don't want to spend a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, Timex Marlin, a good example. Cool little manual winder with a vintage charm for sure. I'm gonna be careful not to bang your head into the mic while you're nodding off. Uh, Philip asking, what's a cool level entry level Timex? Well, I mean, I think Kevin, mentioned the Timex Marlin. I mean, you can get those fairly
No,
affordable.
he doesn't want a Marlin. Come on, I mean,
Yeah, he's a young kid. You're right.
a
I'm sorry.
silent fish.
Yeah,
You
you're
don't want to
right.
be part of the Marlin Owners Club. Get
Philip's
Timex.
got a blacked out Seiko 5 Sports. That's a good watch for him. He's already
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
What else is he like?
Well, Dib, you're closer to Philip's age than you're close than to my age. So you would know. I'm sorry, I should have deferred to you.
Philip wants a gold Calatrava when he gets to be old. Old
Yeah.
meaning my age. But I
Okay.
don't think he wants dress watch now.
I think you need a gold day. That's what you need. Yeah, not a Calatrava. You need to be bling bling.
That's
He
right.
likes those Calatravas.
That's right, man. Philip, you got to throw some hand signs, like this stuff, and then where you're.
What
Yeah,
is that? Like you look like you had some kind of a stroke with those hand
I
signs.
did. I did. I'm much better now. I recovered quickly. Timex Pepsi, fun little watch. He needs a gold AP brick. Timex Q. Timex has a new titanium automatic. Yeah, look, Timex is nothing to sneeze at. Am I saying that right? Sneeze at.
Yeah.
Sneeze at? Yeah. Don't sneeze at Timex, please. The new Q Timex Chrono is really nice, and it has a Mecha Quartz. Yeah, Timex is all right, guys. Well, folks, Wolfgang, what do you got going on this weekend? Going back to Cheesecake Factory? Please, no. You just...
Nope. But some of the guys are coming in on Sunday.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the game kind of starts on Sunday.
Yeah, he's gonna smoke some cigars.
I definitely will. I
Yeah.
don't know who else is gonna join me,
What's
but
your favorite cigar smoking watch?
cigar smoking.
Is there like a watch that you put on? I was like, oh yeah, this thing is smoke. No.
No,
Don't smoke.
I usually wear a watch anyway.
Yeah.
Smoking is bad for your health. Public
Okay.
Okay.
service announcement.
All right, Deb.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. All right. Take it easy, Deb. Take it easy. Take it easy. Two
And
samosas a day is not that good for you either, buddy. You know what I mean? You know.
I mean,
Right.
that's okay. Let's gloss over the samosas. Come on, don't defend
No, I
samosas.
love samosas, but I'm just saying, man. I'm saying.
what's the simosa?
It's like it's an Indian taco.
Oh,
It's not. It's in, I was just hoping to get
Get
a
a
rise
rise
out
out
of
of Dib.
Dib, but I
Yeah.
didn't. Steven, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate it. I aspire to be like Wolfgang and
Yeah,
and
that's
Dib,
why to
says
be
Philip
like
Savage.
Wolfie, not like me. You don't want to end up where I
But he
am.
mentions everybody except for his dad and me. So that's interesting.
he's doing fine. So
Yeah.
maybe get rid of the sneakers and start a watch collecting hobby. But
He's too poor.
James Duffy says samosas are Indian hand pies.
Close.
It's pretty close.
Philip's
It's
got
just-
a good little sneaker collection.
yeah,
Yeah.
Does he?
he's not-
So is he buy those on Whatnot? Is it Whatnot that the kids
I
use?
don't know where he buys them from.
Yeah.
I think he has the collector gene.
He's got a little collector bug.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Amin, what do you got going on?
So,
Videos? You're making videos, reviews?
no videos or reviews. I got a Azimuth Mr. Roboto incoming. I'm excited about that.
I'm looking for. Do you have a time frame on that?
He said he's shipping it tomorrow. I don't know what kind of shipping he's using. Hopefully it's something fast.
It's us shipping. It's us shipping. Yeah.
Yep. Hopefully
Oh
he
man,
actually has the watch and he's real.
you gotta rock the Remain Jerome and the Mr. Roboto at the same time. That'd be so cool.
Mr. Legs here kind of nudged me into submitting my watch collection for an Archie luxury review.
Oh boy.
So that'll come at some point, and unfortunately, Mr. Roboto won't be in that review.
You could add it as an addendum. You have time. He's still in the States.
What is the price point on those Mr. Robotos?
Under 4,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Will
Retail
he give
was
you,
a little higher, but the going rate is that range.
would Archie give you a heads up when your video or is about to be published, or he just doesn't?
What do you think?
He sends you an email when it's about to, like, so 3 years ago I sent him like $60 for a review, and I got email, and about 3 or 4 weeks later, maybe a little longer, 5-6 weeks later, I got really embarrassed that I had sent him a request for a collection review, and so I emailed him and said, please don't do it, like I don't want it, please. So then he wrote me back. He's like, are you sure? I can, do you want something else? I can give you advice. I was like, no, please,
Advice.
just keep up the good work. I don't want anything. And then he goes, okay. And then like 3 or 4 weeks after that, he emailed me. He goes, your video review is about to go, it's about to be done. It'll be up soon. And I was like, no. please, we talked about this. And then so he does send you one when it's about to go live.
Okay, because I
Email.
wanna do like a reaction video. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to see it before. I don't want
Right.
to accidentally click on it
Yeah.
and then like, oh crap, he's doing Amin's
Yeah.
collection. I want to have like my first reaction and do a
I'm
video.
gonna
And
go to his channel the first time this year when Amin's review goes live.
And then there's two other watches that I'm kind of mulling over. And one is I'll screen
yeah,
share.
yeah, absolutely.
This Magnum, I don't know how you pronounce it. But this guy kind of makes he's like a one-man designer, watchmaker. This watch like spins around, like you can turn it if you want it to be, sideways or straight on the wrist. I just think they're cool looking. This is his new one. It's you can see it's round, but then you can like slide on different like a blades look to it or the round look or different things. I just think they're cool looking watches. And I've been looking at Sarpaneva watches a lot, which is a guy who doesn't have a working website. But so Magnum is like a new on the scene, one person operation, and Sarpaneva is very well established on the scene, but also pretty much a one man operation. Makes at most 80 watches a year. I believe I read he has one employee.
The movement is really cool.
The Moomin,
Yeah,
yeah. You're talking about this one,
yeah.
yeah. But I like a lot of his watches. I like these super ones. This is a blurry picture.
They are a bit big. I really want to see one in person.
This is a fully loomed one.
Hmm.
They actually European Watch has this one right now. He's really mostly known for his moon phase watches that use like a caricatured version of his face, like this at the bottom. But it's really hard to get information on. I mean, like, there's almost no reviews on his watches because he makes so few of them. Like, you can't even Google the price because there's just very, very few of them. The Moomin, you can get the price because that was more like these kind of special ones get a little more publicity. But I just think his watches are cool looking, interesting, different, and you get to support a watchmaker potentially.
Kevin's saying always best to rely on a company with one employee. Deep bench.
Well, you know who's doing the work when the watch wasn't made by a team of underpaid, uninspired people. It was made by the person whose love it is.
The K3 case is not big. Hobby Bobby saying.
Hobby Bobby has one, I think.
Really? Awesome.
I think he did, or does.
This is the guy. So his moon phase kind of looks a little bit like him.
Yeah,
Oh,
I could see it.
Yeah.
I see the
that,
resemblance.
that definitely looked like. Okay, I'm gonna keep quiet.
Like, I love this watch.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So anyway, that's the direction I'm thinking. I think some of my more mainstream watches might get traded for some stuff like this.
Wow.
We'll talk. We'll talk. Maybe don't spend so much time with Ross, and we'll talk.
Wolfie doesn't like my direction.
Is the Formex coming in tomorrow? Do we know that for sure?
I honestly don't know. DHL
Yeah.
said they will let me know by Monday 5 p.m.
Oh man.
So who knows?
They probably don't deliver on Saturdays either, right?
I have no idea. Honestly,
That's a bummer, dude.
I'm gonna wait till Monday evening. Then I'm gonna call Formex on Tuesday, let them know, and if they can get me a replacement, I'll be happy to take their watch. If not, I'll ask for a refund.
Oh.
it
That's a
is what
bummer.
it is. Like,
Yeah. I'm really digging that Essence Legera, the blue one, and the carbon. Um, it's a good looking watch. Anyway, I just don't want to go down the Formex. I'm happy with one Formex watch
all
for
right.
now.
Can we?
Wolfie's all negative and full of hate these days. He started the show down on your Formex.
Yeah,
You started the show a little bit down on Rob's Formex. Yes,
yeah.
yes, you did.
Yes,
And
on the
then
4Max, but
Yeah.
I love many other things.
But you start off negative on his Formex, you close the show negative on my Sarpaneva aspirations. Wolfie is becoming one of these get off my lawn kind of,
No,
negative
not
guy.
true. Not true.
did you say? And I wonder which will be done first, that watch or my bathroom Reno? Hey, Chris from the Watch On is here. Thanks, Chris, for coming in. Well, guys,
What did Dib come
yeah,
in wearing?
Dib, yeah, what are you? What's on your wrist?
I have my sub.
Oh,
All right. Can I
Wolfie,
make
what do you think?
changes?
What do you think of the sub, Wolfie?
Uh, it's steadfast. It's what was the other thing I'm supposed to use? Wilson posted in the comment what the other word was. I'm not supposed to say boring anymore.
Do you want to say uninspiring and boring? Is that what you want to
I
say?
wanted to say boring, high quality but boring. But also said
See,
I'm
negative,
allowed to
negative
be
guy,
boring.
so negative.
negative guy,
So I'm
so
using
negative.
negative, so negative.
Dib, what did you want to say?
Even a
All right.
sub.
I'm going to plug in if anybody wants a Grand Seiko. It's no Zeitwerk, but it's an SBGP015. Please reach out to me. Again, it's not a Zeitwerk or a Christopher Ward. So if
You can
anybody.
reach him at dib@twosamosas.com.
Honestly, I don't eat that many samosas. Like it has to be. If you eat the same thing over and over again, it's not fun. So get samosas, get chicken puff, veg puff. Like
Yeah,
that's too many. Chaat.
garlic naan,
Ga-
chutney,
why would you have garlic naan as a snack?
honey balls.
Those honey balls, the little
Yeah.
munchkins,
It's not a honey ball. It's gulab jamun. Come on,
the
guys.
little donut holes.
No, it's not donut holes. Oh my god.
They're so good when they're warm. They're
At
so good when they're
10:15
warm.
in the night, you guys just triggered me. Like,
I
come on.
like to have them with a little glass of milk, the honey
The
balls.
little honey ball
You don't
donut
have it
holes.
with milk. Why are you having it with milk? That's like
That's
cardinal
how
sin.
you do it. That's how
No,
you eat
no, no, no.
the
That's
honey
not.
balls with milk on the
No,
side.
no. That's not how you do it.
That's,
You
we all
just
know
take it
that's
like
how you
this.
do it, Dib.
Have it. That's it. Done.
Yeah, but you got to chase it with some milk.
Some
No,
milk.
no, you don't. No milk. Period. All right.
Donuts go with milk, Dib.
No,
Donuts go
it's
with
not
milk.
a donut.
Hot
It's
cup of
not
Joe.
a
Hot cup
donut.
of Joe with honey balls. Oh, the best. That's how I like to do it in the morning.
That's also good.
Yeah.
Why would you have it with? I don't know. All right. I think I'm done.
Well, guys, thank you so much for
So
joining me
just
this evening.
for the record, Wolfie, this your watch, Rob's watch, my watch.
Yeah. Hobby Bobby's gonna get the last word here. I always dunk my honey ball in the other pot of white stuff at the end of the Indian buffet.
Oh, you guys, I'm like killing me. Literally killing me.
You're right. Okay.
And
Good night, guys.
somehow Kevin manages to butcher Darjeeling. It's not. That's the wrong spelling. There's a E instead of a R after the E. But okay. I
Okay.
think.
All right, darling. You got it.
Oh.
All right,
Good night,
guys.
darling.
Good night, darling.
Good night, darling.
See you
Enjoy your
guys.
honey